Developing a vision or mission for your organization is an essential element of the leader's job. But no vision is worth the paper it's printed on unless it's communicated constantly and reinforced with rewards. As we discussed in Section 2, leaders have to set the team's mission. They then work with all players to set the appropriate values and behaviors. But there's so much more to do than that. As a leader, you have to work constantly to make the mission come alive and to keep it alive. To do this, you have to make sure the vision provides clear targets and vivid direction. Be a personal role model of your vision. Communicate the vision constantly to everyone at all levels of your organization. Ensure that living the vision is part of the evaluation system. Recognize and celebrate those who are living the vision and mission. To help do all this, there are some very specific guidelines you must follow. As mentioned in the last section, do not use jargon or unclear language. Goals cannot be vague even if they sound noble. Your direction has to be so vivid that if you randomly woke up your employees in the middle of the night and asked them, "Where are we going?" they could still answer in a half-asleep stupor with a clear statement of the mission. Think about these examples of vision and values that are full of jargon or just too general to mean much of anything. These are not necessarily bad, but they are not specific, nitty-gritty, and descriptive. Compare those examples to these that are more specific. These are better because they are more specific, represent behavior, and are more descriptive. If your mission does these things, you can easily communicate it, and people on your team can easily live it. So, now what?
If having a clear mission is the first step, step 2 is ensuring that you, as the leader, walk the walk. Your people won't live and breathe the mission if you don't. Leaders must consistently provide great example of the team's behaviors and values and must constantly talk about ways to achieve the mission and vision. For example, if one of your stated values was to listen to customers, ask yourself if you are leading by doing things like getting actively involved in customer conversations, committing resources to projects that improve communication with customers and respond to specific customer demands, praising and rewarding people who spend time listening to customers, anticipating situations where customers' desires may create difficult trade-offs. If you aren't leading by example, commit today to identify ways you can immediately demonstrate your organization's values and make the vision come alive through your daily activity. However, no matter how clear the vision is and how much you walk the walk, you will still need constant communication to reinforce these ideas. In fact, Jack has often said, you need to communicate the mission and values until you are sick of hearing it yourself. Remember that even if you live and breathe the mission every day, the message is always new to someone. So, you keep on repeating and talk to everyone. And everyone means everyone. One of the most common problems in many organizations is that leaders communicate the vision to their closest colleagues, but its implications never filter down to people in frontline positions. Once you've established the vision and values for your team, and you are walking and talking it on a daily basis, you, as a leader, have now earned the right to evaluate how well each and every member lives those values. We will engage in a deeper discussion about how to conduct effective evaluations in Section 4. But for now, the main point is to make sure that your team understands that their evaluations will be directly linked to how well their behaviors demonstrate a commitment to the vision and values of the organization. Your team must know what you expect and how their success will be measured. Just like the clarity and specificity required in setting mission and vision, that same clarity must be in place for evaluating the execution of it. Finally, if you want people to live and breathe the mission and vision, you have to show them the money when they do. That can be with salary, bonus, or some other significant recognition of some sort. But it must be real, and it must be directly connected to their performance. As Chuck Ames, the former chairman and CEO of Reliance Electric, said, "Show me a company's various compensation plans, and I'll show you how its people behave." In fact, Jack talks a lot about something he refers to as the generosity gene. This is a trait shared by great leaders, and it is driven by the desire to recognize and honor outstanding performance in others. The generosity gene expresses itself in leaders who delight in showing others how great their teams are. It shows itself in leaders who give credit where it's due. Leaders who have the generosity gene love nothing more than promoting the top performers on their teams and being able to negotiate raises and bonuses for those who are living the values of the company and performing at the top of their game.
When we began this section, we discussed how establishing mission and values is an essential part of a leader's job. But we also recognize that no vision is worth the paper it's printed on unless it's clear and well-defined, reinforced by the actions of the team leader, communicated constantly, integrated into the evaluation system, and reinforced with rewards. Once your people see your vision and participate in creating a set of shared values, they then know what choices they should make, what priorities they should set, and what behaviors are expected and rewarded. All of these are critical to building a winning team.